temple during the time of the tribulation, right? Okay, but the only problem is the temple was destroyed back in 70 AD. Okay? But gee whiz, can anybody guess just who happens to be preparing to build another temple right now? The Jewish people. But the problem is the Muslim Dome of the Rock is sitting right where many believe that the new temple needs to be, and so there's a conflict. And folks, that's why you got to wake up. It isn't just a land issue. This is why there's such strife in Israel. It's not just a land issue, it's a spiritual issue. But strife or not, the Bible is clear. One day, the end times temple will be rebuilt. In fact, many scholars believe it's going to possibly occur as a result of a peace treaty. Where's everybody wanting to make peace treaties? Of a peace treaty with the Antichrist himself, which is a single prophetic event that starts the 7-year tribulation. Daniel 9:27 says he, that's the Antichrist, will make a treaty with the people, the Jewish people, for a period of one set of 7. That's 7 years. He's fulfilling Daniel's 70th week prophecy. If we've gone through 69, there's 1 to go. That's the 7-year tribulation. But after this time, half this time, he, the Antichrist, will put an end to the sacrifices and offering. Paul tells us that's when the Antichrist goes up into this newly built temple. He declares himself to be God, and he seeks then to annihilate 2/3 of the Jewish people. Folks, according to the Bible, if you read it, folks, we see that the specific event that starts with the 7-year tribulation is when the Antichrist doesn't just make a treaty, he makes a treaty with who? The Jewish people. And folks, can anybody guess where in the world, the whole world, has been for several years trying to make a treaty with? Wake up, people, it's Israel. And that means, guess what? One of these proposed treaties that our minds have become so numb to, one of them, folks, is going to be with the Antichrist. And it'll be the single event that starts the tribulation. It's happening now. And many feel that the Antichrist, with his fabulous charisma and his false miracles, is going to be the only one to convince Israel to give up more land. Is that happening? Yeah. And then he's going to use that as a barter tool, a carrot, to get them the permission to rebuild this temple. But get this. It just so happens, folks, that right now, even if they don't get permission to rebuild the temple on the Dome of the Rock, get this, Jewish archaeologists right now today are believing that it can actually be in 2 different locations, just a little bit to the north or just a little bit to the south, which means even if they don't get permission to build it where the Dome of the Rock is, they can still build it right now. And what you've got to understand, folks, is that the Jewish people, they're not looking to do this. Wake up, this is the temple that will exist in the tribulation. They are looking to build this thing not 100 years down the road. The blueprints for the temple are ready now. In fact, a group in Israel called the Temple Mount Faithful are training priests right now to serve in this temple. They've even reconstructed most of the clothing, and the articles are required for worship. It's already done, just sitting waiting for permission. Here's some pictures, folks. You can check this out yourself. Go to templeinstitute.org. Check it out for yourself. Here's a picture of the Temple Mount area. Again, that's the Dome of the Rock. A little bit to the north or a little bit to the south. Jewish archaeologists say, no, we can actually build it there. Okay, is what's going on. Here's the model of the suggested new temple. Already been well planned out. Here's another view of it, looking from the entry. Here's the front view, very ornate. And they're following, again, exactly to the Mosaic Law. It's going on right now. Here's the ramp leading up to the altar, where they will be offering, once again, Old Testament animal sacrifices. And this is the entryway to the Temple Institute in Jerusalem. This is where they're storing all the articles. This is where they're training the priesthood and everything like that. Here's the first golden menorah constructed since the destruction of the Holy Temple in 70 AD. We'll get to the importance of that in just a second. Here's the garments of the ordinary priest and the loom. It's already done, completely handmade, directly to the Mosaic Law. Here's the spinning wheel with colored threads arranged for the high priest's garments. Here's 2 of the 72 golden bells, all of them already made, to be around the hem of the high priest's robe, ready to go. Here's some of the golden flasks needed for water libation. Here's the silver shovel for removing ashes from the altar of sacrifice. Here's the gold and silver-plated ram's horn to be blown in the holy temple services. Here's the silver trumpets to announce temple services and regular festivals. Here's one of the harps to be used for music in the temple services. Here's one of the lyres to be used for music in the temple services. They got the instruments already done. Here's some of the wooden and golden lots used to determine which goat will be used for the sacrifice, which one will be the scapegoat as well. Here is the view in the middle, and that is pure gold, folks, of the golden altar of incense in the middle. Here's the actual knives right now sitting ready to go to be used for the sacrifices being offered at the temple. They're done. Here's the reconstructed out of gold, the table of showbread. Here's the laver. There's one of the incense chalices. Here's the actual actual garments waiting for the high priest. Here's a close-up of the breastplate. No, that's not fake ones you get in the gumball machine. They're spending some serious cash, folks. Those are actual jewels. Okay, in fact, things are getting so close, folks, that for the first time since it was removed by the Romans at the destruction of the temple in 70 AD, the golden menorah is not just finished, it's once again returned to the temple area. And right now, this happened just a couple weeks ago, folks. Wake up. The golden crown for the high priest to serve in the temple is now complete. You will see on this video, they're just waiting for permission to slap it on his head. Let's take a look.
The Bible commands us, "And you shall make a menorah of pure gold. Of beaten work shall the menorah be made." To meet this daunting challenge, the Temple Institute, after many months of intensive research, assembled a team of artisans and craftsmen, engineering experts and scientists, to recreate the golden menorah fit for use in the